The following video is practically a stub. It's not really worth posting, but it's about something that might be useful if someone has it. This is a request for comment, request for information, RFC, RFI, or other. Also a bit of a rant. I'm going to give you the links to where this was to jog your memory. If you're watching and you recognize it, great. If you don't, probably don't need to look into this. But it concerns Rust Legacy, a video game distributed through Steam on behalf of Facepunch from Christmas time 2013 to Christmas time 2016. Facebook group Siterust-ga. vk.com page Rust_ga. A website that is no longer existent and I can't find any archives for at Siterust-ga.ga, and a YouTube channel which is still extant, RustGA4402, and it had featured modifications to the original video game from 2017 and maybe earlier, including fog, adding cars, adding random objects, being able to enhance the game. There are many examples of this sort of thing where someone sets up a project, they either discover or rediscover how to do it, and instead of explaining how they did it, they make it into something about going to their Discord or subscribe to their channel or whatever, and people endlessly asking them, download? Link? Where did you get the components from? Anything, everything is done other than answering the questions or providing a way for other people to take over the project so it doesn't just die. Hence the reason for this video. March 4th, 2017, this GA project for Rust Legacy by Gross and Alt. Those were the two login names by both persons who did this, or not. And or Alex Domrachev. Domrachev? Alex. Google Drive folder with a an ID number that starts with 0BX and ends with Q3M. I'll be using that in the title of the video, as well as it being Gross, Alt, and Rust GA. Obviously the RFI, RFC part of it. If you know where this file was, I mean, the Google Drive still exists, but the person controlling the channel or the file decided to make it to where you can't download it without having communicated with them first. You need to parlay for it. Also combining that with the discord.gg link that's chronically always used, that always seems like a red flag to me, and missing websites and such. Now I'll include in the video other links. There are many other links. Some of them might work, some might not. But what this was it would say you download the file and extract it to the Rust folder under Rust_data/managed. And it was hinting strongly that this was a DLL, Dynamic Link Library, which contains lots of little programs chunked together into one file called a DLL. And these DLLs can be altered to where they can add in new features. This is commonly how it's done with people modifying the game from, again, it's almost 10 years ago. It'll be the anniversary of it being taken off the internet this Christmas. Or will it be a Memorial Day? But yeah, this has been out for a long time. People have done these projects over and over and over again, reproducing almost the same results. And then almost all projects end up with someone not explaining how they did it. I found a few YouTube channels and a couple of websites that explained exactly what they're doing, and I've hijacked that information and left links to it because I put up videos where I explain how this is done. Like literally how to go through and edit the hexadecimal, or in some cases open the file in some data editor and just alter the hex code or binary to where it gives you new features. So what is this about? If you're not aware of it, the game came in multiple flavors from 2013 to 2016. One of the original ones had something called the Wasteland Pack, or Wasteland Asset Pile. I did a video about that. That includes all sorts of things that aren't in the game. But almost all the things you see in the game that are, you know, like a building or whatever, are from that asset file. And it's something you can download. I think it's still $10. I might buy it myself just so that I can fully explore it. But these files are in the game. And the game, it didn't do really much to prevent you from accessing it, extracting it, and modifying them. That's understood. It's also understood that it was done under Unity game engine, which had two selling points. One, you write the game once, you can publish it to every platform they could come up with, including making a web page that would let you do it. That might sound revolutionary to some of you, but that was just 2013 and 2014 for everybody else. And the next thing is, it strongly, almost vehemently demanded that you copyright protect the hell out of it to make it aggressive against users. The players have to be treated as your opponent because, well, they'll modify the game. You know, like what happened with Doom, where that was the only reason people still play Doom is people made mods for it. So we have these alternate modifications that are out there, and they're awesome. And I've seen several. There was Rust Relic and Rust Rome. Rust Rome is still existent, supposedly. And all of them were made to work with hardware and software that work in 2013 forward. Until recently, where they all require Windows 11 because I guess throwing us under the bus is the best idea. And a lot of you would agree, since why would you run Windows 7 or Windows XP to play the game? And the reason is because when I play it, I can beat you in a PvP because my computer isn't sitting there expending shit tons of processing time spying on me and sending it back to some unknown entity. Gee, it might run faster if it wasn't doing shit behind my back. It's not paranoia, you're all aware of it. And I don't PvP much because I don't want to. I just avoid people, and again, they're the ones lagging, not me. And I'm not doing it to them. But here goes. If anybody knows where an alternate copy of the download is, please provide it below. I will also include updated links, and I might have missed one. I'll include it if I did. But every one of these projects banks on the idea, whether it's 2017 or 2013, that, well, everybody knows how to do that. Yeah, at one point, everybody could download all of these really cool mods and it make the game really good. And if you applied it to the game you downloaded and to the server files, which you could get for free without paying for them, Facepunch and Steam allowed you to do that at one point, actually many points. You could make your own server in your game that just required that you download these files and put them in there. Just back up the old ones and put the new ones in. And you could go to the server and you could have a separate copy that would do that. And it would even work under Steam. It would work with their stupid copy protection and their anti-cheat that no longer works for shit. And I turn off when I run a server entirely because it just is garbage. All it does is give you a VAC ban or a kick ban or kick violation for walking across flat surfaces. That's one of my favorite jokes about it. In fact, that's where the memes of lag and rubber banding in video games came from. Rust was the game that was the one everybody would mimic that behavior from. It became a joke, an in-joke, and not so in-joke, about games in general. And it was basically Unity engine almost. And again, it would punish you for turning off its stupid copy protection at sometimes. But anyway, why am I ranting about this? Well, one, if any of you have the files, or if Alt or Gross are watching, or Alex, repost the files so we can have them. Maybe do a tutorial on it. Maybe allow this little weird community with maybe currently 0 players, but some days 100, to be able to fill up one server by having something cool for on one server. Well, we need to do that. Anyway, that's it. If any of you have any knowledge of it, please post below. If you don't, cool. If you don't like the subject while you're watching, but okay, go ahead and downvote, whatever. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. We'll all need it. And I really wish these projects wouldn't just evaporate and disappear. They added in new cars, fog, all sorts of cool stuff. No information on how to do it. Just start over from the beginning every time. Reinvent the wheel. Problems shouldn't have to be solved twice. I stick with this.